Hey guys, Jonathan Mozart here for Jam Sports 100 and the Jam Sports Show. How is it going? Okay, so it is that time of the week again where we will take a look at matchups for this week in the NFL. And in this video, we are going to take a look at the Week 2 matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the Indianapolis Colts. But before we do that, I do want to tell you that we are 0-1 on the week as we had Houston losing to Cincinnati. Cincinnati getting they were taking the loss there, 13-9 on Thursday Night Football, and we went 10-5 in the games last week, so 10-6 overall on the season, and that will make us 1,066, 610, and 5 lifetime. Okay, let's talk about the Cardinals. Let's talk about the Colts. The Cardinals had a competitive game last week against the Detroit Lions, but came up short. The Indianapolis Colts got embarrassed in Los Angeles by the Rams. Let's start there. Okay, so Andrew Luck out for who knows how long. Could be a couple months, could be the whole season. Nobody really knows. So the Colts' answer to that is Scott Tolzien. Now, I'll tell you why I have an issue with that in a second. Well, right now, actually, the whole offseason, or, after Andrew Luck had his surgery and whatnot, you heard he'll be ready. He'll be ready. He's going to be fine. He'll be ready by week 1. And then week 1 rolled around, and it was like the Colts were not expecting him to be ready at all. To be ready. Like, they were surprised that he wasn't ready. And I can't speak for everybody, but even in the preseason, even I felt like he's not going to be ready. So my question is, why wouldn't you try and find somebody better? Scott Tolzien, being from Wisconsin as I am, and watching Scott Tolzien play at Wisconsin with the Badgers in college, and watching him play for the Packers and back up Aaron Rodgers, in which he did get some playing time in doing that, he's got some talent, but he's not the type of quarterback that is going to lead a team to success unless he's got a great group of talent behind him like he did in Green Bay. And let's be honest, outside of T.Y. Hilton, that's not really something that he has in Indianapolis. And it shows. Now, I think you could make so the Colts got Jacoby Brissett from the Patriots. I think you can make the same argument there of, Brissett, we don't know what he's going to be like without, an abundance of talent behind him like he had for the little bit that he started in New England last year during Tom Brady's suspension. But I still think Jacoby Brissett is the better quarterback and the better answer than Scott Tolzien. I think that's a way that the Colts need to go because they need their offense to get firing. Because let's be honest, we all know that the Colts don't play defense. They never really have. And so if Andrew Luck is out for a long extended period of time, like it looks like it could happen, or he is out for the whole year even, the Colts are going to be in a whole lot of trouble. Meanwhile, you look over at the Arizona Cardinals and their end. They had a tighter game against the Detroit Lions, but still came up short last week. However, they lost David Johnson in the process, and that was huge, obviously, for fantasy owners, but it was also huge for the Arizona Cardinals, and who brought back Chris Johnson, who they had waived earlier on. So right now, their backfield looks like Kerwin Williams, Andre Ellington, and Chris Johnson. That's not a bad backfield, but it's not having David Johnson in the backfield either, and especially. They need a strong backfield, especially if Carson Palmer cannot completely bounce back. One of the things about Carson Palmer last week is he looked every bit of 37. He looked old. And not knowing what this running game is going to look like, we know that Carson Palmer has MVP caliber type stuff, and it needs to get back there. He needs to step it up, and I think he will, especially against this Indianapolis Colts defense. Like right now, the Colts are an absolute disaster, an absolute dumpster fire. I think Chuck Pagano is in some trouble. I think the seat is hot, which is no surprise because it has been. I mean, and I joke about this because I don't think it's as big of a deal as the media made it out to be. But hell, last week, he didn't even know he was playing after the game. This Colts team's a mess. I'm sorry, Colts fans. You guys better hope Andrew Luck gets back and fast But even when Andrew Luck gets back, I'm not sure that he will be able to fix this mess. I think the Cardinals have never gone 0-2 under Bruce Arians. I don't think it starts this year. I've got the Cardinals getting the win. Don't forget to like the JM Sports Show page on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Links, as always, are down in the description. And that is going to do it for me. I am Jonathan Mozart for JM Sports 100 and the JM Sports Show. And I will see you guys later.